Hey, what is up guys? So we're actually looking at another new archetype from Hidden Summoners here, and this is called the Mayakashi series. So we're actually going to be looking specifically at 6 cards here, but right off the bat I can tell you that this looks amazing. So it's a series seemingly based off the infamous seductresses and demons. Alright, so right off the bat we're looking at Uruwashi no Mayakashi Daki. So its translation is Beautiful Mayakashi Daki. Level 2 Fire Zombie Tune effect monster with an attack of 1000 and a defense of 0. Its first effect, you can only control one of these cards. Interesting. For the second effect, when a Mayakashi monster is special summoned from the extra deck to your side of the field while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck the turn you activate this, except for your Mayakashi monsters. The second monster is called Warachi no Mayakashi Shafu, or Rickshaw Mayakashi Shafu. Level 3 Earth Zombie effect monster with an attack of 1200 and defense of 400. You can only use the first effect of this card's name. If this card is normal or special summon, you can target one Mayakashi monster in your graveyard except itself, special summon that monster in defense position, but its effects are negated. Its second effect is you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except for your Mayakashi monsters. So what we're seeing is this deck, if it's ever going to be built by anyone, it will be focused entirely on Mayakashi. I don't think there will be any other generic builds or anything. I think this will be slightly a pure build, and it will have to stick to that. But luckily we are given a synchro monster as well as a link monster, and the artwork just looks amazing if you guys can actually see it on the screen. Otherwise I'll leave a link to this page on the description down below. Alright, so let's look over the synchro monster here, Uruwashi no Mayakashi Yoko, or Beautiful Mayakashi Yoko. Level 9 Fire Zombie Synchro Effect monster. An attack of 2900 and defense of 2400. Its materials, 1 tuner and 1 or more non-tuner monsters. You can only use the second and third effects of this card once per turn. For the first effect, you can only control one of this card. Its second effect, if a synchro monster you control whose original level is 11 is destroyed by battle or by your opponent's card effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one other zombie monster from your graveyard and then special summon this card. If this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls. So overall, not a bad card. It is a zombie, so obviously it has to find a way to revive itself from the grave, and just being able to destroy a monster when it's special summoned from the graveyard is obviously keeping the trend of the zombie theme here. Based off the artwork, it looks like it's based on the nine-tailed fox, so that's really cool. Alright, so for the link monster, which looks really nice by the way, its name is Surara no Mayakashi Yugioh, or Icicle Mayakashi Yugioh, which basically translates to Snow Woman here. It's a Link 2 Water Zombie Link Effect monster, attack of 1900, and the links are bottom left and bottom right. Materials, 2 Mayakashi monsters. You can only use the third effect's name once per turn. For the first effect, you can only control one of this card. For the second effect, if this card points to a synchro monster, your opponent cannot target this card for attack. The third effect is, while this card is in the monster zone, if a synchro monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one face-up monster on the field, halve its monster's attack and defense until the end of this turn. Now, there's a note here, it says Surara can otherwise mean heartbreak. The pun is obviously intentional. Alright, so for the final 2 cards, we have the spell card and a trap card. So the spell card is Mayakashi Kaiten or Mayakashi Mandate. You can only activate a card with this card's name once per turn. Take one Mayakashi card from your deck, accept itself, and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. So that's nice. Either it's an emergency call or it's a foolish burial for your cards, which is definitely really handy here. Now for the trap card, Mayakashi Henjo, Mayakashi Metamorphosis as its translated version. A normal trap card, you can only activate a card with this card's name once per turn. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck during the turn in which you activate this card, except for Mayakashi monsters. Its effect reads, discard one card, then target one of your Mayakashi monsters in your graveyard or banished, and if you do, it cannot be targeted by your opponent's effects during this turn. This card's name can refer to transformation, but also in a sense of being reborn in a new form. So this is definitely really interesting here, but again, another zombie archetype. We just went over the zombie structure deck, and of course, vampires just got recent support, and we obviously have Shiranui and also Revendred, so quite a lot of zombie archetypes, but we can definitely see that it's very popular here. Now, on top of the structure deck that we talked about, I'm actually going to be interested in building this as well. Maybe we can mix it up, but overall it seems like this deck operates on a pure basis, meaning you can't actually play any other generic cards that work here. Maybe you can, but overall it seems like this deck might focus on a pure build, but obviously there's only 6 cards so far, so it's going to be interesting seeing future support to come out. Obviously this is coming out from a set equivalent to that of Dark Saviors, so without a doubt we'll be seeing more cards to come with this particular archetype. Hey guys, so just an update to this video. This post just pretty much came out right after I recorded, so just gonna add into the video here. So this is Winged Mayakashi Hajun. A card designed to help start or extend Mayakashi plays is revealed from the official Japanese Twitter account. So its actual name is Tsubasa no Mayakashi Hajun, or Winged Mayakashi Hajun, a level 1 winged zombie effect monster with an attack of 600 and defense of 400. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. So for effect number 1, if this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon a Mayakashi monster from your deck except itself. For the second effect, you cannot special summon monsters from your extra deck except for Mayakashi monsters, so it's clear to see that yes, this card definitely does extend the plays, but again it does restrict you to only playing Mayakashi, so this archetype is definitely looking towards a pure variant, and I don't really think that it will work with any other generic zombie support here. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting. It's much more different than the Yugioh that we talked about from the structure deck. Now, as a note, Hajun happens to be the name of the Lord of Demons in the 6th heavenly realm of the world of desires in Japanese Buddhist cosmological thought. Effectively, he is equivalent to the Buddhist concepts of Papias and Mara, both beings who are embodiment of the concept of desire and illusion that distract the Buddhists from concentrating on enlightenment, and thus nirvana, allowing themselves to escape the cycle of suffering caused by karma. Between this card and Daki, the Mayakashi seem to be naming themselves after beings that tempt and undermine and corrupt. So that's definitely really interesting that there's a bit of lore behind them based on actual real I guess type of ideologies, so it's really interesting, and that definitely does draw in a lot of players into this who is interested in this kind of background to a card. So yeah, I would definitely be interested in this, on top of the fact that I already mentioned earlier that these cards are amazing in terms of artwork. Everyone, so just a quick update on this video. Really glad that I didn't upload this video too soon, because 3 more synchro monsters for Mayakashi has been released. So let's go over these 3 cards. Alright, so due to the low quality, they can't give any notes of attack and defense or effects. However, we think we can have their names, but can't 100% confirm. So basically we have Wadachi no Mayakashi, Oboro Guruma or Rickshaw Mayakashi. We have Doku no Mayakashi, Tsuchigumo, or Poison Mayakashi Tsuchigumo. And we have Tsubasa no Mayakashi Tengu, or Winged Mayakashi Tengu. So these will be the 3 additional synchros, which they seem to have different attributes here, which I guess that kind of makes sense. I see 2 earths and 1 wind, but yeah, this is just 3 others, so hopefully the effects come out soon. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Tell me what you guys actually think about this particular archetype. The artwork is just really beautiful here. I really love this one. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.